What's up, baseball fans? So we continue on with our positional rankings for 2020 with today focusing on right field. Let's not waste any time. Let's get to it. At number 10, I have Joey Gallo. I start my list with a guy that was having an insanely good 2019 season before breaking his wrist, and that's Joey Gallo. Limited to 70 games before breaking his wrist, he was on pace for a ridiculously good season, hitting .253 with 22 homers along with 49 RBIs. He did strike out a whopping 38% of his at-bats, which among players with at least 100 plate appearances, that ranked 6th worst. However, he still put together an awesome 996 OPS along with a 144 WRC+. On the defensive side, he actually played everywhere it seemed like last year, including first, third, and all three outfield spots, but mostly center field. He was actually very good defensively in the outfield last year, saving 5 runs along with a UZR of 5.0. If he can simply just stay on the field this year, he could easily be near the top of these rankings. At number 9, I have Jorge Soler. Did anyone know that Jorge Soler hit 48 homers last year? Soler was so good offensively in 2019, hitting .265, 117 RBIs, and along with those 48 homers that ranked 3rd in the majors, he had a 923 OPS and a 136 WRC+ that ranked 7th among right fielders. What really held Soler back though from being a more complete right fielder was the defense, which was very below average. He had -9 defensive runs saved, along with a -3.4 UZR. Nonetheless, because of his offense, he's still one of the better right fielders in this game, and if he can improve on the defensive side, he could easily be in the top 5 in these rankings. At number 8, I have Austin Meadows. Up next is someone that's been a pest to my Red Sox in recent years, Austin Meadows. Offensively, he's been as good as they come. In 2019, he hit .291 with 33 homers, 89 RBIs, along with a 922 OPS and a WRC+ of 142 that ranked 4th among right fielders. He also stole 12 bases to go along with that. Like I said, offensively, he's a beast, but he really lacked in defense last year, giving up 7 runs defensively along with a -4.5 UZR. If Meadows can tighten up the defense a bit, he could definitely move up this list. At number 7, I have Michael Conforto. Up next is Michael Conforto, who I think was overshadowed a bit last year from Pete Alonso's historic rookie season. He hit .257 with 33 homers and 92 RBIs, along with a very good OPS of 858 and a solid WRC+ of 126. Defensively, he was neither good or bad. He just got the job done, neither saving or giving up any runs, and a UZR of 0.6. If the Mets want to make a run at the postseason this year, Conforto will need to keep being productive, and since he's averaged a 3.7 wins above replacement in the last 3 seasons, I don't see any reason why he couldn't. At number 6, I have Max Kepler. At number 6 is where we start to take it up a notch in what is a very deep class of right fielders, with Max Kepler up next. Max Kepler was an all-around great outfielder last year, playing both center and right, but mostly in right. On a Twins offense that ranked 2nd in runs scored and barely missed 1st, Kepler really stuck out. He hit .252 with 36 homers that ranked 5th among right fielders, 90 RBIs, an OPS of 855, and a WRC+ of 121. Defensively, he was also incredibly solid, saving 4 runs along with a UZR of 9.9 that ranked 4th in the majors. At only 27 years old, he's just entering his prime, and he could easily be atop this list for the next few years. At number 5, I have Ronald Acuna Jr. Entering the top 5 we go. We actually have someone that will be embracing right field more often in 2020, and that's Ronald Acuna Jr. At only 22 years old, he's already one of the best players in the game. In 2019, he was 3 stolen bases away from being the 5th player ever to enter the 40-40 club. Overall, he hit .280 with 41 homers that ranked 9th in the majors, 101 RBIs, 37 stolen bases, an 883 OPS, and a WRC+ of 126. Defensively, he was also very solid, saving 11 runs overall along with a 2.8 UZR. Like I said, he's only 22. Who knows how good he can be in the next few years? At number 4, I have Bryce Harper. At number 4, I have one of the faces of baseball, Bryce Harper. After signing a massive deal with the Phillies last offseason, Harper had a solid season with the Phillies in 2019, hitting .260 with 35 homers, 114 RBIs, 15 stolen bases, an 882 OPS, and a WRC+ of 125. He's also very good defensively, saving 10 runs along with a UZR of 10.0 that ranked 8th in the majors. Overall for me though, Harper could be top 3 on this list. I would just like to see him be a bit more consistent consistent year to year. After his MVP season in 2015, he's been pretty up and down, going from a 2.9 wins above replacement in 2016 to 4.8 in 2017 to 3.4 in 2018, and then to 4.6 this past season according to Fangraphs. At 27 years old, he's just entering his prime, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple more MVP seasons out of him. At number 3, I have Aaron Judge. Up next is someone that has done some damage against my Red Sox in recent years, Aaron Judge. Injuries have held him back in recent years since his insanely good 2017 season that people think should have earned him the MVP award that year. However, in the last 2 seasons, he's been limited to an average of 107 games. Nonetheless, he still has been so good offensively. In 102 games last season, he hit .272 with 27 homers, 55 RBIs, a .921 OPS that ranks 10th in baseball, and a 141 WRC+. Along with a very good bat, you could argue he's just as good defensively, which I don't ever hear people talk about with Judge. He ranked 1st among right fielders and 8th overall in the majors in defensive runs saved with 20, and had a very good UZR of 12.7, which ranked 4th in all of baseball. To be completely honest, I really hope Judge can stay healthy this season because he's an extremely good player. I'll be real here, if he can stay healthy, I think there's a good chance he could even be number 1 on this list. At number 2, I have Christian Yelich. Anytime I think of Christian Yelich, I can't help but wonder how the Marlins traded him to the Brewers. Luckily for the Marlins, they got some decent prospects out of it, but I digress. Christian Yelich has established himself as one of the best players in baseball in the last couple of years. After winning the MVP in 2018, there was an argument for him to win it again in 2019 with an insanely good offensive season. He hit a National League leading .329 with 44 homers, 97 RBIs, an NL leading .429 on base percentage, a Major League leading .671 slugging, and a Major League leading 1.100 OPS. He also ranked 2nd in the majors with a 174 WRC+. To add to this, he threw in 30 stolen bases. What holds Yelich back, though, is the defense. Some people think the offense outweighs the defense, but for me, I'm more in favor of players that can be a little more well-rounded. Don't get me wrong, Yelich wasn't bad on defense, he just wasn't good. He gave up 4 runs defensively, along with a whatever UZR of 0.4. If Yelich can become more valuable on defense, he could easily be on top of this list and easily win some more MVPs. And at number 1, I have Mookie Betts. Some may think this is biased, but to me, Mookie Betts is the most complete right fielder today due to all of his numbers ranking near the top. For 2019, he hit .295 with 29 homers, 80 RBIs, a .915 OPS, and a WRC plus of 135 that ranked 6th among qualified right fielders. On defense, he was one of the best, saving 16 runs, which ranked 2nd among right fielders and 12th in the majors, along with a UZR of 12.9 that ranked 1st among right fielders and 3rd in the majors. If for some odd reason you were confused about all of the talk of Mookie being traded to the Dodgers in the offseason, well, this is why. Since 2015, he's averaged a 7.9 wins above replacement on Baseball Reference, has been at least top 10 in MVP voting 4 times, along with winning the MVP in 2018. The Dodgers are hoping Mookie can put them over the hump for a World Series championship in 2020, and I don't see any reason why they couldn't. So those are my thoughts. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments. That's all I got for right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.